Why are so many relationships failing today? It's not a lack of love. It's behaviors, expectations, and choices that slowly destroy trust and connection. Let's get into it.
A lot of people are getting in relationships to have fun, to not be lonely, to avoid whatever shadow work that they need to do. And I just recognize in this relationship, I'm showing up to do work. I am helping to walk my partner home. Yes. I am helping them to reach the highest expression of themselves.
Yes, girl,
and vice
TT.
versa. Why else be in partnership?
Yes.
Why else be tied to somebody? I don't think people recognize the seriousness and the gravity of being in a relationship. A lot of people are getting in relationship asking themselves, what can I get from this person? Can I get temporary relief from my loneliness? Can I get sex when I want it?
Yes.
Can I get status? Can I get influence? Is it a good look? Can I get the ring and the house and the baby?
No.
Because that would check all of the things off of my list. A lot of people are getting relationships asking what they can get.
You see how they always agreeing when it's something a woman can get? That's what they want. They just want a man to do shit for them. That's why they always agree to that shit. That's why they always agree when the other woman is going, yeah, girl, get that, get this, yeah, girl.
Some of you did not enter your relationship with a shared goal or mission. You started your relationship off of wanting validation and to feel worthy of love. And because you didn't get into this relationship to try to build something, that's why your relationships keep falling apart.
I think the reason why most couples don't last is not about cheating or money or miscommunication. I think it's somewhere lying in the power struggles. Two people in the same relationship, both trying to win at something. Like love is a competition with trophies and receipts and shit. Somebody always got to be right. Somebody always got to have the upper hand. Somebody always got to stand on business, even if the relationship catches a fucking stray from outside. But here's the truth no one wants to talk about. If you're trying to win against your partner, you are already fucking losing. Relationships fall apart when egos matter more than alignment. When pride is louder than the fucking partnership. When being right feels better than being fucking close and connected.
Like, what has feminism actually done? Because it's not
Nothing.
made us happier. It's made marriage rates decline, birth rates decline, destroyed the nuclear family, made men really weak and passive in general. What has been the goal of feminism if everything has just gotten worse? So if
It didn't make men weak and passive. It did not. Stop it.
we flipped that around, well, marriages would heal, women would be happier, they would be having children, they wouldn't be putting their careers first and being miserable because of that. And so, yeah, I think about that quite often. Like, what if every single woman believed this? It would change a lot of lives.
Nobody really likes to hear what they're doing wrong or where they're falling short. If you can't be honest with yourself and have that conversation of, I kind of was not the best sister during that season, wasn't the best mom during this time period. I need to work on this. I need to fix myself and apologize, maybe to the people that it affected if that's a necessary step. But if you can't even do that, you're not going to have a lot of successful relationships in life.
No, she's not lying. You're not going to have a lot of successful relationships acting like that. That's the mindset. But the mindset of a lot of young women is messed up today. Disney had a role in that. The media had a role in that. But they did not have to take on the mindset. They took it on because, like I always say, it made them feel good. It empowered them. And that's what they're all about. They want to be empowered. That's why they want to control the relationship. That's why they're masculine today.
A lot of women are ruining good relationships. And they think it's the other person's fault. They think they have no part to play. Oh, well, he just shut down. If he's not emotionally mature enough to communicate his feelings, then that has nothing to do with me. That's on him, and he needs to grow, and he gonna move on and be with somebody else. And you're gonna sit there right by yourself, and you're gonna be right for the moment, but you're gonna get left in the relationship. You unload all your chaos until he's had enough, and then you try to find a new man and do the same thing. Whenever that man stops talking to you, be afraid. You see, when your man is very vocal, you better appreciate that man being straightforward, because let me tell you something, the minute that he stops talking, you need to be worried.
That also looks like being the mom who comes home, the house is dirty, you start fussing at everybody, but then nobody does anything around here, and then what do? You go do everything that nobody does, and now you're tired and you're mad at everybody, when what you really should have been doing is saying, hey, I asked y'all to do this, this, and this, and I need it done. Let's go. and they get up and go do the thing. You don't have to fuss and complain and carry the weight of everything. And so put that in your relationships. You show up like that, where you're giving to this man, giving to this man, giving to this man, giving, planning everything, doing everything, doing everything.
No, you don't. They always think they giving everything. Y'all don't give shit.
And then you're like, I'm always tired. I'm always exhausted. So when that relationship doesn't work out, or if it doesn't work out, you're going to be bitter. You're not bitter because the man left you. You're actually bitter because, oh my gosh, I put so much into this relationship and I didn't get anything out of it.
Even though it didn't work out with the last guy I was seeing, it was a really good experience because I knew he was ready and he genuinely liked me. Here are the reasons that I know that. I was never confused. Not for 1 second did I doubt his intentions and where we were headed in the relationship. And everything he said was followed up with action. He planned dates around things that I liked, and his whole goal was to make me happy. I mentioned that I was craving pie. He asked me what kind of pie was I craving, and then he went out and got all 3 of those pies to gift me the next time he saw me. If ever I had a problem, he would do anything in his power to help me solve it. I never felt like I had to prove my worth. I could just be myself, and that was simply enough. Over time, there were some incompatibilities, but he treated me so well and really set the standard for how I want to be dating.
Okay, why you not with him now? They always come on here, and sometimes they'll talk about what the other man did for them. Most of the time, we looking at them like, well, if he was so good, if he was so great, why are you not still with him? Okay, no, the standard is what you qualify for, not what you think you deserve. She had a dude who was consistent, a dude who gave her effort, and still lost it all. What that tell you about her? They don't care about a good man, because if she did, she would still be with him. Bottom line.
When people ask me if there's nothing I could do or we could do to fix this marriage, all I can tell them is things that are broken can be fixed. But things that are shattered.
So because I care, I'm going to give you some reasons why people tend to fail at relationships. And hopefully you can apply that to your situation and figure things out for yourself. And so one of the reasons why people fail at relationships is because they don't know what they want. When we allow ourselves to be in a space where we really don't know what we want, we really don't know what we need or the reason why we're pursuing a relationship, we end up desperate and choosing anything and hoping for the best.
Still blaming the man.
That's why most relationships don't work out. You just did what you needed to do to get a relationship, but not a relationship that works best for you.
You see how they still blame the man? No, sometimes you just not only make bad decisions, you're just a bad person deep down. You're selfish. That's why you chose to get into that relationship. A lot of times you have no direction, no standards, and you act like you did that because you was desperate. Nope, that's all you had. You didn't have any other choices because you didn't qualify for anything. Why don't you come on here and say this? I didn't qualify for my standards. I didn't qualify for what I think I deserve, so I ended up with this person. Why don't you come on to the internet and say that? All right, that's it for this video. Until the next one, peace.